We've just had actually some news from Julian Maynard from Telefoot. A tier 1 source says Valencia have reached an agreement with Tottenham Hotspur for a 6-month loan move for Tanguy Ndombele, which is very interesting.
He goes on to say the Spanish club are pushing to sign him, but for now, Ndombele still favours a move to PSG.
Yeah, well, wouldn't you?
But let's get into the PSG updates, because so that's a very surprising news to hear that a club like Valencia have agreed a deal for him. But obviously, seeing as he prefers a move to PSG, what's holding that move back?
Well, let me bring you through the stories of what's been happening over the last 24 hours with Tanguy. Yesterday, Sami Mokbel says that PSG duo Gigi Wijnaldum and Draxler are both open to swap deals that could see them end up on loan at Tottenham, with Tanguy Ndombele or Dele Alli going the other way. Le Parisien says Tanguy Ndombele's proposed move to PSG is slipping away. The French club need to make space in the midfield and is increasingly looks like they will not be able to do so. Dan Kilpatrick says that Spurs, Ndombele, Pochettino and Mbappe all want the move, but there are concerns at PSG about the size of their squad, and the move could depend on them offloading players first. So obviously this move is a move that all parties want, but it's just a case of PSG being able to offload a midfielder or two, from my understanding.
Yeah, and I think, did you read the Dan Kilpatrick? Yeah, so that's the problem. Obviously, Tottenham would love one of their midfielders to come to us in an exchange, whether it be Draxler or Wijnaldum or Pereira. Apparently Paredes we looked at as well,
and Herrera,
and Herrera as well. But apparently none of them want to come to us, and if that's the case, there's nothing much Tottenham can do unless PSG really try to force them out the door, or Tottenham can really convince one of them to come. It's going to be very, very difficult to do from that point of view, because of the money involved. Although it's interesting that Dan Kilpatrick has said in his article that Ndombele is on far less than the reported 200 grand a week. Yeah. That is widely reported.
It's interesting.
Which, if that's true,
everywhere you look, it says he's on 200 grand a week.
Yeah,
literally everywhere.
That's what they said when he signed as well. That he was on 200 grand a week. So I don't know what to believe when it comes. Maybe it's to do with appearance bonuses and stuff like that, and seeing that he hasn't made many appearances or 90 minutes. Maybe it's a case of he hasn't hit anywhere near those bonuses that people are expecting. Because maybe when you're signing a player with all these bonuses, because you're signing him for so much money, these bonuses are just naturally, you're expecting them to be hit, like appearance fees and all that kind of stuff. But maybe because he's been such a disaster, he's got nowhere near those appearance bonuses that is expected, and maybe that's why he hasn't actually been getting 200 grand a week. But it'll be interesting to see what his base rate is.
Yeah, I would love to know.
Must be over 100 at least.
You would like to think so. I mean, not you would like to think so, but you would think so.
Yeah, you would think so. It has to be over 100. But I was looking at the PSG squad, and it's difficult to see who leaves right now there to make space for him, because it sounds like they just got they've got a squad of 30 players, and they can only register 25 for the Champions League, so there has to be some give and take in terms of their squad, so it's very difficult. But this deal for Valencia is very interesting.
What do you make out of it? If
it's agreed, then I think if the PSG thing falls through, then maybe that can happen. I don't see them paying any sort of money in terms of option to buy at this point, unless he absolutely smashes out in Spain. But maybe
I can see him doing really well in Spain.
How Valencia doing this season in La Liga?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I don't think they're doing.
They haven't been doing well for a while, if I remember. They're not in the top 5. They're 10th. They're currently 10th in the league, so he goes into that team looking to, again, reinvigorate a struggling Valencia side. I mean, I guess if he's got no option, he would have to move there. If Spurs aren't interested in keeping him that badly, and I can only think that the deal's agreed if they've agreed to pay 100% of his wages. So that's interesting, if that's the case.
It's mad, because you didn't think that Valencia would have that kind of money to throw around.
But we heard yesterday that the hold-up for the PSG, or part of the hold-up for the PSG deal being agreed, is that Levy wants a permanent thing. So maybe they have agreed an option to buy in there with Valencia if things go well.
But we've also heard that this Amrabat deal is hedging on Ndombele going out. So maybe he's kind of pushed that kind of obligation to buy to one side just to get him out to bring Amrabat in on loan for the rest of the season, which is nuts if you ask me. But
yeah. But so yeah, look, it looks like whether it be PSG or Valencia, he'll definitely be on his way out.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. But I think it's good. It's good news that Valencia have also come in, because it means there's another option. We're just not solely reliant on PSG, and also it does kind of put the onus on PSG a bit if they really want him. It kind of puts the ball in their court now and say, look, we've got this other deal agreed. If you really want this guy, you're gonna have to push the bar out a bit, because we're just gonna loan him out to Valencia.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Poch can do his convincing skills on Wijnaldum and tell him Spurs is a great place to go from now until the end of the season.
Yeah, I'd love it. I would love it,
because I think that would be the perfect move for us right now. GG Wijnaldum from now until the end of the season. I mean, the guy's got everything. The guy's literally got everything. He's got goals in his games. He's got solidity in his games. He's got energy in his game. I mean, the guy would be brilliant for us from now until the end of the season. He really would.
And actually, there's just another update here.
What, Jack?
No. What did I just see? On Ndombele. Tanguy Ndombele is waiting for certainty that he won't join PSG before he gives his answer to Valencia. He wants PSG, and that's from the PSG hub, which is from PSG ITKs basically, right. And another Eurosport journalist for RMC, Loic Tanzi. So sounds like this Valencia deal has legs. Looks like this could be happening if PSG doesn't work out. So that's so it looks like we're not just relying on PSG now for Ndombele to go, which was, you know, a few days ago looking like if it wasn't PSG, you might have to stay, which would be bad.
Look, it's good that we've got a few clubs coming in. Maybe another club will come in as well. There's still a while to go left of the window. But as it stands right now, we've got 2 clubs interested in taking Tanguy Ndombele quite heavily. The PSG deal hinges on them getting players out the door. I'm not sure what the Valencia deal hinges on. We haven't heard like in that much depth of what the nooks and cracks of the Valencia deal, but at least we've got more interest from Valencia. But that is the Tanguy Ndombele situation.